Alrighty, welcome to week 2 of English 10 in semester 2. This is what we have going on. This is a regular full week. I'll meet Monday and then AB. On Monday, we are going to be doing a grammar lesson because it's a short period. So we're talking about punctuation, and we're talking about how punctuation can really change a lot in terms of trying to understand a message. So this is an example that I give about when my mom, I love her so much, but she loves to text me via voice to text. And so when she does that, there's no punctuation ever, and it's really hard to understand what she's saying. So we're going to talk about punctuation specifically with apostrophes this week. So I've linked this video in your slides. You can watch it if you're gone on Monday. After you watch it, you are going to go through our 2 example slides, and you're going to use the circle to tell me which sentences use the apostrophe correctly. So we've got this slide and then this one. So the key should be, this is the one that uses it correctly. Miss Albritton's favorite MCU character is Steve Rogers. My last name does not have an S at the end of it, so in between the N and the S, you would put an apostrophe to show possession. And then for this one, it would be number 1 and number 2, although number 5 is only partially correct because down here we've got Jonathan's. We are missing an apostrophe, but that was my bad. Okay, Tuesday and Wednesday, we are going to start and finish chapter 2 because it's a shorter chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters, but also chapter 3 is as well. So just a reminder, these are the essential questions that we're going to be trying to answer as we read the book. To what extent is our identity shaped by culture and society, and how does empathy change the way that we view and interact with others? So we are reading chapter 2. It's called Born a Crime. He's going to explain what the title of his book means. As a reminder, as we are reading, you are going to be taking some notes. So this is the first set of questions you're going to answer. Recap what Trevor talks about when he's talking about apartheid in South Africa, what happened, what did they do, and then how does Patricia act towards these rules that the government has set up. And then he talks about his parents and how they met. So you're going to tell me, how did Patricia meet Trevor's dad? And then what does Trevor think about his parents? How does he describe their relationship together? And then we're going to finish chapter 2 after a break. He will eventually lead us to the conclusion of why the book is called Born a Crime. And then you're going to tell me, what was it like for Trevor growing up when apartheid was still around, because it ended when he was 5 or 6 years old. So what did his family do to protect him? And then on Thursday and Friday, we're going to read chapter 3. It's one of my favorite chapters because it's so funny. It's called Trevor Pray. The first couple questions: what was it like for Trevor to grow up in a female dominated environment and family? And then on page 42, he says the story of Soweto is the story of driveways. It's a hopeful place. So I want you in your own words to describe what Soweto was like for Trevor growing up. And then chapter 3 we will finish after the break with the very funny poop story. So you're going to tell me what was that story about, kind of summarize it, and then tell me what was maybe the funniest part to you. And then we're going to end class by watching this video about Trevor going to visit his grandmother. He filmed this video when he still was hosting The Daily Show and kind of made it like a little segment. So I want you to tell me, after watching the video, what did his grandmother remember about Nelson Mandela? How would you describe Trevor's relationship with his grandmother? And then if you could ask his grandmother one question about her experience living in South Africa during apartheid, what would you ask her? And that is it for week 2. If you need anything, have any questions, please let me know.